Welcome to the Klawock Totem Parks. My name is Pamela Rae Huteson. I am Tlingit and Thunderbird from the Shunquedi clan. I am Eagle, Wolf, Kilowell from the Wolf House. I would like to give you a brief history of Klawock and then discuss an art that has evolved through time in the Pacific Northwest. Totem poles, both generally as a culture and specifically of the Klawock Totem Parks. Klawock is located on the Pacific Ring of Fire at location 55 North and 133 West. Location is the name of a raven chief from the winter village of Tuxcan on Prince Wales Island. He had traveled over the mountains near the Klawock Lake and discovered the mouth of the Klawock River and started a summer camp at the base. Unfortunately, there is no recorded date of that discovery. In 1869, a salmon saltery was built, and in 1878, a salmon cannery was established. At 1912, the very first Native organization was created, the Alaska Native Brotherhood, and 3 years later, the Alaska Native Sisterhood, aka ANB and ANS organization, was formed to fight for Native concerns, beginning with the rights for Natives to vote. In 1929, Alaska was incorporated as a city, named after the Raven clan leader who founded the location. In 1938, a Native Klawock Cooperative Association Constitution was formed. Also in 1938, through the Civilian Conservation Corps grants to the ANB and ANS, local master carvers were hired and noble totems from the abandoned village of Tuxcan were transported to Klawock to either re-raise the totems in good condition or create new carvings to replace decaying totems. Then in 1991, the first totem was replaced, the raven-finned blackfish. The Klawock Totem Park began its restoration process in 2003, and in 2018, a new totem park was created so we could have more copies of the rest of the totems that didn't make it from the Tuxcan Winter Village. Totems were carved by 6 Northwest Native American tribes: Tlingit, Haida, Tsimshian, Kwakwaka'wakw, Nuxalk, and Coast Salish. They were carved out of red and yellow cedar, which is stronger at resisting rot. Most public totem poles reach up to approximately 40 plus feet. Originally, totem poles were carved with adze tools, with jadeite for blades. Also were knives and chisels of beaver's teeth, stones, and shells. The advent of the metal knife created a renaissance for quicker and more intricate carving. Some totems are near the shore and may serve to welcome or to be watchers. An ownership totem can signify that property or rights should be observed, such as the Sockeye Salmon Stream totem and the Muir Egg Harvesting Rights totem. Totems can be on longhouses, either as corner posts or portal poles where you enter through the house, through the totem pole. Totems inside the longhouse are called house posts. The images of the totems will replicate the clan of the house. Totems were used for its royalties, its house chiefs, events, and when houses changes hands. More recently, Klawock raised a totem to honor our veterans, which honors all of the United States military. Totems were carved to record special events such as the Klawock dog-eater totem, which commemorates the introduction of the dog-eater spirit. Totems in the past could be carved as mortuary totems, with a hollow spot carved to put the ashes of the loved one being commemorated. Totems were also carved to ridicule and shame. Sometimes images were carved upside down to show it was a ridicule totem. These totems were raised when a clan owes a debt that is not paid for. The totem is taken down only after the payment. For instance, when the local sockeye salmon stream totem, owned by the wolf clan, was being gathered, it started to roll towards the raven participants in the path. A wolf clansman ran in front of the totem and his leg was crushed. For if the opposite clan received injuries from the totem pole, it would have damaged the value of the totem. The wolf clan would have had to pay for the injuries and pay larger gifts to all of the ravens at the totem raising. And if they couldn't pay, a shaming totem could have been raised by the Raven clan. And now for totems. Eagle and Blackfish Crest. A wolf clan legend of how Notzclane created the first blackfish in order to seek revenge. Frog Crest. The girl who married a frog. A raven's backbone legend originating from Wrangell. Capers of Creator Raven. Creator Raven, the transformer, turns into a female, brings along her slave Cormorant, and marries a brown bear. The whale symbolizes when Raven dove into a whale's mouth and stomach. Eagle Wolf Clan. In Tlingit and other Northwest Native cultures, the figure on the bottom of the pole is the most important, for it is holding up the rest of the figures and their stories on the pole. Raven Fin Blackfish. A Haida legend acquired through marriage, now also belonging to the Wolf Clan. The story involves a hunter and a son of a blackfish chief. This chief had the largest dorsal fin ever recorded, with which a raven sat atop it. Blackfish and brown bear crests. Owned by the Wolf Clan, this mortuary totem commemorates a princess, as they were called in the days when this totem was first carved by Chief Ganga. The bear represents the woman, and she wore a blackfish headdress during potlatches. Long-eared monster crest. A raven totem commemorating the event that gave Giant Monster Point its name. Notzclane's blackfish. Wolf Clan totem. Notzclane's jealous brothers-in-law left him to die. In revenge, he carved blackfish, or orcas, of different wood, but only one type of wood came to life, the cedar. Wealth Woman and Ganakadate. Wolf Clan totem. Wealth Woman represents a story of how to become wealthy in order to give potlatches. Ganakadate is a sea monster who is caught and its powers acquired. The Giant Clam. Crafty Raven and his slave tricked and killed a giant clam that was consuming entire canoes. Clan totem. The bottom figure is a brown bear. The top figure with the downturned beak may be an owl, a wolf crest, or it could be Kajuk the mountain bear, a raven crest. Most likely, it's creator Raven who transformed into a female brown bear, and that is her husband. For a raven can only marry a wolf and vice versa. Sockeye salmon. This totem represents the ownership of a sockeye salmon stream owned by the Wolf Clan. The bottom figure is a woven basket which portrays the woven salmon traps that once dotted the entrances of salmon streams. Above it is the mouth of the stream. Raven Clan Bullhead Crest. The bullhead indicates the story of crafty Raven attempting to lure his next meal. The boys on the back of the bullhead documents the fight of the Land Otter people. Raven at the head of the Nass. This totem emblematizes Raven bringing daylight. In addition, the whale symbolizes when Raven dove into a whale's mouth and stomach. A creator Raven or Kajuk totem. It is unknown if the figure with a downturned beak is Raven, the head of the Nass, or the mountain bird Kajuk. Both belong to the Raven clans, but to different houses. Also represented are the frog and brown bear. Winter People's Mirror Crest. Only the winter people could gather mirror eggs on the island. The man is the spirit of Hazy Island. Food is brought to him to ensure good weather. Cats the Bear Hunter. Cats, who is sitting atop the pole, inadvertently fell in love with a bear. It is her husband who is chasing away Cat's dogs. Blackfish Crest. A wealthy female wearing a labret and sun headdress whilst holding a copper shield. Such articles of clan and prestige were brought out during potlatches. Raven Clan Land Otter Man. The land otters upon the figure represent his transforming into a land otter. The middle figure is Black Skin the Strongman, who is capable of ripping a seal in half, amongst other exploits. The bottom figure is the Wormwood Saga. A secret beloved woodworm creates havoc within the village. Brown Bear Wolf Crest, commemorating the introduction of the dog eater spirit into the clan. Flicker Crest. A flicker sitting on an animate stump. It was Stump who had a fight with Raven over their meal and ruined it. Totem carving still goes on to this day. Our master carver has a nice accommodating building to stay out of the elements as he works on preserving our culture. And as the sun rises over the coastal towns and villages, these sublime figures will preserved for the culture and generations to come, and as well as in our social posts and stories. To close, these majestic pieces are stately, soaring, carved representations celebrating significant people, history, places, and things in the southeast archipelago of Alaska. Klawock Totem Park became a place for generations of children to play and adults to view the art of the culture as they watch the sunset. And so, as you pass through Alaska, make a stop in to Klawock for your enriched totem heritage experience.